Hey, bonjour. Le marché va ouvrir dans quelques minutes. Comme toujours, on va essayer de trouver quelques scalps. Les futures اليوم فاتحين négatif. Et la première chose que je remarque, شفنا الهيت ماب. هنا يلا هرسنا واحد ليفل ديال ليكويديتي 55. غنشوفو بان ليكويديتي كاينه بزاف في 630 615 على الليفل ديال 17600. On verra واش غادي نهبطو نعمرو هاد لي ليفل ou pas.
I could expect to see the auction getting that low in the NQ. There's going to be a lot of order matching that's going to be happening today.
Donc le marché va ouvrir dans quelques secondes.
Let's stand by for the open here.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Light trade yesterday, Michael.
20 secondes.
Crazy. Today we got a full trade like rip set. Order matching should be happening off the open. The holiday trade yesterday. Rips, did you spend your hands yesterday, Rips, and enjoy the make holiday?
Yeah, I did for the most part. I did trade in the combine and hit maximum profit on that combine. So, you know, it was a combine account, nothing really doing, but yeah, hit max profit in that.
Et le marché vient d'ouvrir.
Saw a nice little
Let's see.
Go ahead.
What's max profit? Does that mean you hit the profit target?
Right, exactly, $4,500. We are open here, by the way.
Here we go. Rips, take it away.
We're just shaking and baking about here. This is some wild volatility. Again, we're going to have a lot of order matching here off the open, so we do want to be prepared.
Ok, je vais prendre.
Whether or not that's
Non.
going to dictate
Passer le
direction
break even.
trade here. If we do have a failure up towards 676 halves, I do want to potentially look at taking a short here.
Passer le break even, c'est pas grave.
Running out, exhausting up here towards the top. If we do
نقدر واحد اللعيبة تارجت 200.
because remember, this is a lot of artificial price action in some way because we just have a lot of order matching going on right now. Right now in the Magnificent 7, we do have Google catching a bid, Meta also catching a bid, Tesla strong as well. We do have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow after the bell, and right now, NVIDIA is just a little bit sideways dead in the water here.
Guys, at the top of your screen, you got the trading checklist. Those that don't have a trading plan, those that don't know what they should be doing.
Ok, il y a des acheteurs, on achète.
Fine, totally fine. Just get yourself.
حاس لي البريك ايفن مي سينو كنا نمشيو مع المارشي كنت ديجا شاري.
Oh, gotcha. And then now it's the daily levels. So there's
Ok,
also
on achète
time
toujours.
there, the
Boom,
checklist
wow.
you should be doing in the morning. So all the folks that are tuning in right now, again, I don't have a morning checklist. I don't have a routine.
On attend.
Or trading plan or strategy. This will help you. So toss that back in there, the link, and then also the daily levels.
Wow.
It could help you. Could not. I don't know. If there are levels that we are all looking at. 70% Andre and Brits long. So you got a lot of longs showing up here. This above 700s, 17,700s.
70% long in crude oil as well.
Yeah, if I'm looking over at our levels here, this is a big topping level here at 710. So if we do see any kind of exhaustion, I do actually want to be looking short into this. And I know it seems a little bit crazy after we had a big move like that to the top side. I'm actually going to try a little short here, keeping a tight leash on
Ouais,
this trade.
moi aussi, la vérité, c'est ce que je cherche. L'imbalance. On l'a vu close the previous week.
But I'm only going to be trading one lot on this. I just want to see whether or not we're going to have a failure up towards this level here. So that's the trade that I have on.
J'ai
Just
pris.
trading a one lot, looking for exhaustion up here towards the VWAP and the NQ.
Allez.
Speaking of well, there it is.
Just stopped out.
Yeah, same here. I got stopped. I was short on 6. I got shot and stopped out at 18. Just a little.
Voilà.
11, 12
Shtina short. Shtina short.
Just a little taste.
Shtina short. Boom.
For sure. Little. Yeah, little.
Shtina.
So we're above the 700s. 17,700s.
Yeah. Well, would you guys play like a reversion play back to VWAP? Is that what the thought was there? Or there was gonna be resistance.
Mine was different.
We did hit it with resistance. I am back short again, trying the same exact setup that I just was here.
Volumes top sell.
Given that
NQH4
sort of run out of
market
buyers.
volumes top
See
sell.
if I can.
زوينة 97 لا فيريتي خلينا 97
To stay weak below 700s here.
So I got
NASDAQ went short, Michael. NASDAQ went short at 60%.
Wow, that was a quick turnaround.
Now we're short, huh? I'm short right now with you, Rim. So I got short it.
All right. Well,
I'm long.
700 here. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Nice failure through 700s.
Break even out Jenny.
Down below 695.
C'est pas grave.
Little early.
ملي خصني نقدر التارجت ديال بريك ايفن غنديرو سيدي
Covered one.
واحد
That's solo H covered 94. Yeah, I got in. I got right when I got stopped out. Right when I got stopped
Okay.
out. Then you got in, and then I'm like, yeah, it's still on play.
Covered one more there, by the way.
Nice trade, boys.
So this is a nice rejection rate off the VWAP here. I do expect a little bit of a kerfuffle down here at 676 halves because this is kind of temporary point of control that we've seen for the liquidity that has been contracted basically since the Globex session here. I'm gonna now move my stop into the profit, 94
Okay.
halves.
nice
Beautiful, beautiful trade that's done.
Oh man, that was pretty, boys.
Yeah, that was very nice.
nice one.
I love tag teaming trades with you, MP. I missed you over the last week. I didn't even get to trade with you one single time. So this is definitely feeding my Jones in right here.
I know. I'm glad to be back with you.
So here we go, 676. This is where we expect to see that first bounce and stopped out right there. So that's going to put us up on the day. Where we at now? $1,100. How about that? $1,200.
Man.
اوكي غناخد الشور راني خديتو
What are you counting? You hit your.
ويقيس لي البريك ايفن عاوتاني.
So that's the
That is on one combine, Michael. But here's the benefit of trading on Top Step. You are not limited to just trading on one combine. You can trade on 100,000 combines if you want to. So I'm on combine number 2 over here.
خلينا
I
ربع.
got some feedback. I don't need to get into rants this early.
Nah, it's totally start keep trading. It's still thin in the S&Ps.
اوكي
Here we go with that, MB. I can already feel
yeah.
it. I can feel the fire coming off your tongue there.
I'm watching. Stay tuned for Michael's rant of the day.
It will be probably before. The rants of the day.
Just got a little
like. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll warm you up. 81% short in gold. 81% short. Gold, yes, 50-50. NASDAQ, 68% long. We saw longs take some heat last time. That's the problem.
امبالانس خديتها.
Crude, 65% long.
قصي البريك ايفن واو.
And we are seeing the bottom come out a little bit here in the NQ. This is that big area that we've seen that has
غادي
been
نعاود نشري.
opening up here. If we go over to trading view right now, this purple line on my screen is just sort of the point of control. As long as we're rejecting below that, I do potentially want to look at taking this short again and looking for a failure all the way down through 650. I'm going to try another short here. I'm keeping a pretty tight leash, moving my stop up to about 87 quarters there. I want to see this failure now that we're seeing basically below into 650. See if we have these 660s starting to show some weakness here. Adding into that weakness, looking now for a cover right around 55 or so.
Aye.
Just trying to
يغطي.
trade into this weakness as we have the bottom sort of falling out in the price action here. Adding into that for the sweep below 55 now. Doing a couple covers here.
NQH4
Got one lot as we
market
run.
volumes top sell.
Very, very nice here. Looking for this failure down into the 40s here. Gonna bring my stop in a little bit tighter. And stopped out there. So that's gonna pump us up on the day now up 1,800 bucks.
Très bon short.
I'll slow that uptake right there. My shot clock had
Très bon short. Boom!
Gotta respect the shot clock, right, Michael?
Yeah.
Très bon short.
Moving a little slower today, just so we're all aware. I did go out on the town last night.
Oh, really? Where'd you end up going?
Hotel Jerome with all the
Ooh, you dirty dog. Look at you.
Yeah. It's kind of fun now because I live here and you just see everybody come in here all bougie. And yeah, lots of
Très bon short.
I ended at the Caribou Club.
Yeah, you did.
And I would say
Oh my goodness, I haven't been there in a minute. That place is the jam. Caribou Club is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
NQH4. Market volume top sell.
Yeah, it's great. Let's say we got kicked out of the White House because they told us to keep it down twice, and then they showed up with our check. They just watched me scream and ask.
Really?
Yeah, I was crazy. My wife, her friend, one of my best friends, and his wife.
دونك غنهبطو نقلبو على الليكويديتي في 30 15.
On a Monday night, I go, where's everybody at? We're supposed to be celebrating President's Day.
Yeah, Caribou Club and I have had some funny run-ins in the past. Back when I was a little bit more of a wild child, I think I almost got hit up
NQH4. Market volume top
fantastic,
sell.
fantastic atmosphere.
Espresso
Almost anything. I will say that, almost anything. I never said I did get kicked out, but definitely got a stern warning a couple times.
All right, stern warning. We're on or close to about
8% short. 8% short Nasdaq.
Yeah, 630s are starting to give out here. We are seeing NVIDIA faceplant here into these 700s. This is where I put my caution flag out because a big whole number on NVIDIA could catch a nice bounce. We do have a lot of folks that are going to be covering shorts at NVIDIA around that 700. Conversely, you're also going to see calls that are around that area. When you have an open flush like this in NVIDIA, since we do have earnings tomorrow, you are going to see people buying the weekly contracts in NVIDIA, and that's going to see a lot of people probably buying some bets into the calls there, which means that they're betting that NVIDIA is going to go up. I haven't looked at the pricing of the options chain, but when you have a big downside move like this off the open, you're going to get a little cheaper prices on these calls. So this is definitely an area where we could potentially bounce it in NVIDIA. We're confidently below 12,000 the S&Ps as well.
Look at how quickly
كنخصني ناخدو الشورت لو
candles will
Market
actually
volume top sell.
100 from where we were.
شوفوا قدرنا ناخدو 35.
NQH4. Market volume top sell.
A beautiful short. We're down here in the 620. So what levels do you have that would besides overnight, the overnight close? 614, 17, 614 is the overnight lows. Why is that important? Because it didn't go lower overnight.
زاد عندنا pressure right بزاف ديال السيل بزاف ديال السيل.
As far as levels, here we go. It's overnight lows, right on it.
بوم باي صافي كون على
in NVIDIA as well. So
قلبوا على هاد الليكويديتي اللي كانت عندنا تو طالع.
I ended up missing it actually myself.
Oh, we got Phil.
There's a 100 lot. There's a 100 lot. Yeah, twice.
Got Phil, I think.
Very nice there, NVIDIA. Yeah, this is coming down very rapidly. I do want to see at 590 quarters if we have any kind of resistance. If not, I'm going to probably try to join this to the short side here. We're having a massive unbreakable low in NVIDIA as well.
جافي بريفي هبطنا عمرنا كاع الليكويديتي اللي كانت اللي هنايا نورمال. انا تنوريتنا نورمالمون الليكويديتي اللي كانت عندنا هنا كاع عمرناها.
This is a big area of liquidity, 590 quarters. I'm adding into this for a flush into the 80s now. Beautiful, beautiful flush into those 80s.
Yeah, that's a good
more. I want to cover this into the 70s. I'm trying to lead it into the 70s here.
زال عندنا البيع.
NQH4. Market volume top sell.
Looking at that too. That's quite. And that's
Another
another
that flush through the 70s, leaving two as a runner now.
ما تقولبنيش.
Keep going, Rips. Keep going, Rips. I'm watching Rips on this one. I have a contrarian.
Boom.
I have a contrarian.
Boom.
I just said I'm all out there, covering all out.
Très bon, très bon trade.
$2,099 on the day there.
Très bon trade.
put up that daily live account.
M284. Market volumes top
You know,
sell.
I've had not such great luck trading on my live
Très
account
bon
on
trade.
stream. I've actually gotten my
It is
tickets
fine.
handed to me a couple times.
M284.
It is a lot of stress actually
Yes.
trading live in front of about 4,000
It's
people.
fine. Don't
اوكي
let you.
دابا غتكون عندنا فيزيبيليتي احسن.
M284.
Yeah,
So
so
here's the deal.
guys.
On the live account, we get the reset a day today since I'm trading live with you, right? That's how that works. On the live account, we get an erase a day, a rewind a day.
Risk managers make that call.
M284.
On speed.
مازال غناخد شورت.
Don't do it.
ايديالمون غيكون في هذا النيفو اللي عندنا ديال اللي فيه لي زامبالانس.
I'm talking to all of like other traders that are on the live leaderboard too, because they're getting a little jammy, clammy, whatever you want to call it, emotions or tense or stress, and you can't do that. You can't do that because trading, I mean, you're
علي
straight. It's kind of the Chicago Board of Trade handed out shirts that said "Just Trade," just do it.
I like that.
Trade. Yeah.
Good for volume. It's good. Good for the stock price. Well, you see me. I know you guys are watching. Hey, really quick, Eddie, what do we got for eco numbers today?
Eco, baby, eco. Well, 17 minutes here. We've got our U.S. leading index coming out here, so I will keep an eye on that. Also today at 10:30, 3-month bill auction, 6-month.
عطانيش ما عمرنيش.
Central time, 52-week bill auction.
سي با غاف.
And that's going to be about it unless they stick some feds in there without me knowing. But otherwise, that's what we got, and I'll keep an eye on that number coming up inside of about 17 minutes. Back to you, Andre.
You ready? Pretty light day for numbers today, so
In fact, this whole week we're actually pretty light here, Dre. We're looking at, we have basically the one thing that I'm watching today is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so I guess that's noon Central, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have a 52-week
غادي نشورتي في هذا الليفل.
and that should definitely stir up some volatility.
علي.
Tomorrow we do have the
نزيد هنا.
FOMC minutes that are being released in the afternoon. It's not an
علي.
FOMC meeting. Some of these folks, they get confused
Yes,
about
خدشي.
the schedule. They see
ونعاود.
FOMC, they think this is the real deal. This is the official thing. No, this is just the meeting minutes from last time, and we'll have to see whether or not there's any new color that's been added to the conversation. I really doubt we're going to see much of a change there.
مازال ما بغاش يعطيني داك الموفمون تنقلب عليه دونك نعاود هو هذا سي با غاف.
Really looking at Nvidia
C'est pas
earnings
grave.
after the bell tomorrow. I
Pardon.
think that's going to be the trade of the week.
Speaking of the trade of the speaking of the trade of the week.
هنا وهنا. هنا وهنا.
You just talked about the 500 is going to come unglued or wheels going to come off.
قصي ستوب الاول ونعاود.
Yes, we're in the 500. We're in the
Can
500.
I-
So let's go back to that really quick. What were you thinking?
القوة اللي غادي تنعرفها فوالا.
So if we look at my screen right here, I have 2 levels here, and we
Voilà.
kissed that one
Voilà,
level
كمل.
to the downside.
كمل.
This level is 560 quarters, and we right
Boom.
there, we kissed it right there on the nose because we rejected those 590s. In fact, that's
Très bon trade.
my position down there on that last
تقريبا
trade.
100 بوان عندنا في هاد التريد مربعة ديال لي كونطرا.
From 590 quarters all the way down to 560 quarters. So below that, we do have that pain. Where we're looking at for this to kind of bottom out again, is we were talking about this at the top of the call, is this 520.
Très bon trade. $2000. 1735.
Hotspot for bids. But that was then, this is now. You have to understand that we're working not only with the dynamics of market structure and auction theory here, but we're also dealing with the real world in front of us. And that means that the picture of inflation has actually changed since the last time we
عندنا واحد
visited this level.
الامبالانس
So
زوينة
there's going to be
اللي
a lot of
تعطلت باش ناخدها.
on this level. They will have a lot of sell stops below that
58.
level. So if we do actually attack that level with a lot of sell side pressure, there is a good chance that we could swipe down at that level like a jungle cat, and we could see that.
وانا غناخد هذا
Now
دابا.
it's going to depend heavily on whether or not
سير
inflation is
قصي
sticky.
بريك ايفن.
The CPI read that we just had is saying that. It's saying that right across the board that inflation
سوا
is
خصو يمشي سوا غادي نسكراتش.
sticky, it's leveling off. We're not getting the
No,
Goldilocks
that's
scenario
stop.
where we have a soft landing. So the Fed is in a little bit of trouble, and we've seen that echoed throughout all of the FOMC participants lately talking about that. So it's the same level we've seen with a lot of bid support, but it's a different
دونك
story.
عندنا هاد الليفل واحدين
So market
فيه.
structure and auction theory could kind of be tossed out the wayside here.
On it. Okay. Any questions anybody has, toss them in right now. We'll help you answer those. If you're like, what the hell did you just say?
Rips, you think the Fed's in trouble?
boy. Well, you know, I don't like to come out and say it so blatantly, but I would say that they're in a precarious pickle situation at this juncture. You know, they're
ديما non, faut pas.
have the Fed Fund futures kind of
هادي غير خربقت لا ريغل ديالي باسكو نورمالمون جو تريد با فين تيكون
saying
البوك.
that June or July is when the first rate cut is going to be on the table. So we have to see
ديما
some
تيكون
inflation
شابين
data
السما.
supporting that we would get a sooner rate cut to negate any
Faut
of
que je
the
sois patient.
So that's why we see markets kind of rolling. We're not seeing a lot of buyers in the market as of late. We're seeing a lot of sell side pressure coming in, and it's just
Sweep
the same
away.
story of lack of inventory up top, a lot of buy side kind of exhausting up
Sweep
there,
away.
and we're just kind of seeing
غادي
the market
ناخذو.
roll. We have a lot of
جوج مرات ما
the
تدينيش.
move that we've seen in the S&P has been
جوج مرات
responsible
ما
for 5 different
تدينيش.
years, and that's it. So things are overbought, and from a technical standpoint, there is a good chance that we could see the air being let out a little bit. And seasonally
Voilà.
speaking, the second half
سير
of
سير
February
سير سير سير
is usually a
دفع.
down month. The second half of February usually.
Voilà.
Market
So
volumes
there are a lot of
top
factors that are in play
سير.
right now.
Voilà.
Mainly, the
شديتو.
forefront should be focused on the Fed's mandate of
شديتو.
getting inflation down.
جبت لي بوان اللي ضيعتو
We're
طالع.
going to see that this year or next, but we
NQH
kind of hit a
4
pause. We're
market
stuck at
volumes
around
top 5.
3.9% right now, and so that is negating what the Fed originally thought based on their December SEP dot plot. We're seeing that kind of being wheeled back a little bit now.
No one digests Fed speakers like rips, man. You got these Fed people down, man. You got, yeah.
It's like the best Netflix show around. It really is.
Yeah.
Got to know them on a first name basis.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We call
دابا نعاودو ناخدو 85.
That's my guy
No.
right there.
فوالا تشارج انيوليت.
Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m.
زعما
Chicago
البوك
time.
هنا.
So he's going to be speaking. We
Un
also
petit
have
volume.
Michelle Bowman who's
Allez,
speaking at 1
allez.
p.m. Eastern.
دفع.
And then that's going to be it for tomorrow. Remember, Raphael Bostic and Michelle Bowman
ديما
are both
تنصيد في
voters, so their
البوك.
words will carry a lot of
تيخرجني
weight
كوم
in
توجور
tomorrow's
عاد
session.
غيطلع.
So that's going to be on our bingo card for tomorrow. Think about it. NVIDIA earnings after the bell. Raphael Bostic speaking before the market even opens. And then we have Michelle
Break even.
Bowman coming in towards the close.
Guys, ask your questions. I will read them. Andre will read them.
Right now?
No, we don't really have.
You want to go Q&A right now?
Just few people.
C'est pas grave.
Risk gave a lot of information. We're on our lows right here.
غنشدو
We'll
الكبيرة.
have some time before
غادي نعمرو
the
الجيب.
market sets up.
I thought you wanted to go AMA. I thought you wanted to go AMA for MP.
عجبني هاد السيت اب اللي تنشوف.
Risk
نورمالمون
off
خصني
the market.
نجيب
I'll fire this.
من 80 حتى ل 605 اللي هي الشريه اللي خصها نشري. غير هو وقتاش غيديرها مازال ما عرفتش. هادشي علاش تنزرب عليه. سير سير دابا غيديرها هادشي دابا.
Investors are looking at what's going to be happening in the future, right? Long-term investors are betting on the company of what's going to happen in the
غيديرها
next
هادشي دابا.
5 years for the most
Very
part, for longer-term investors.
تنقلب على 604 605.
Expected forward-looking guidance that could take a hit to the numbers and it could readjust what the fair value of Nvidia is. So
بحال جيسي دو فورسي غادي نسينا ان بتي بو.
FLG is kind of the standard for what you're looking for. FLG forward-looking guidance. You want to be seeing Nvidia beating or hitting what is expected for those numbers, and you can get those from any financial website, Financial Juice, Trading Economics. You can look into that stuff, and it'll give you kind of an outlook of what they're looking for, what analysts are looking for. So you have a consensus of what analysts are looking for in those numbers, and then it's up to Nvidia to come out. Being a public company, their books are open to the public. They can't lie about these numbers. They can flub them a little bit. I think it was Lyft who kind of flubbed a zero on. Oh, was that Lyft who said 500 instead of 50? You can flub a little bit on numbers, but if you do something like that, you're going to be held to the fire, so to speak. So NVIDIA will be trying to be as close to reality with those numbers, but if they do miss that forward-looking guidance, then we could see trouble ahead for NVIDIA.
Yeah, that lift one, the margin or whatever that was last week, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous.
Boom.
I was
We sell.
the cat scheme with these guys on Friday, so I couldn't join you.
I see pressure.
NQH4
I see pressure.
volumes top sell.
Bear Stearns,
I see pressure.
stuff was in
ما
there.
نضربش.
And they're like, less people are gonna be, or they're gonna be getting sued.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just go whoops.
I see pressure.
40, that's kind
I
of an
see
oopsie.
pressure.
50 to 500 is not an oopsie. That's intentional at that point, in my opinion.
And you stop.
Yeah, when Bear Stearns is telling you like,
Oh, Bear Stearns is telling you crossed the line. You know you crossed the line.
We are kind of auctioning around these 60 quarters here. If we do see this breakdown, I do want to take a short targeting 37 halves. But, you know, I'm up nicely here. I don't know that I really want to see a clean.
علاش نحط الاوردر عاد تيدير لك الموف اللي باغي كندخل زوينه
see this breakdown into 37 halves. So I'm back short here in this market. A little resistance here at the 50s, but if I flush through this, then I could be looking at a potential add here. Watching here right at these 50s, adding into that for the flush below 50s. Very, very nice here.
Je trade un peu agressivement aujourd'hui.
Adding again for this blow through 45 here.
Voilà.
Covering a little bit.
No follow-up, no follow-up.
There's a little resistance there at 44.
On 16.
This might be a little bit of a scratch trade here.
Where are you short from?
And coming out. So that's going to put us up $100 there, up 31 now. Was looking for that to break those 45s. I was targeting 37 halves, but you know, got to trade the market in front of us, not the market that we want.
On 16.
Gentlemen, FYI,
17,555
kickoff low.
ونعاود نشورتي 60 59 60
17,555.
سير دابا
17,555.
Right there.
What do you think about
break even
6, by the way, just a little check on Nvidia. We were looking to see whether or not Nvidia would fail the 700. We're now 14 points lower at 686.
ساعتين هنا 11
NQH4, market volumes top
Nvidia
5.
on this level of
هلا
low
خصو يعطيك
all the way back on February 7th. A long ways away.
Hogue, why did you like the 17,555s? Let's go there.
Leaves and
NQH4,
phones.
Good. The long 5 lot from 57.
Holy smokes, look out.
He's on fire!
It's just a good risk limiter. Just a good risk limiter.
علي وهكاك صاحبي
Yeah, you're seeing some buying come
سهلة.
to me when I'm watching this I use Bookmap to watch how these orders are hitting the tape. And it just looks to me like it's just kind of covers. I'm not seeing strong buying on it.
والو no follow up
Opinion?
I'm down at 2 lots. But, with a 10 hand stop.
Are you trading NQ or are you trading S&Ps?
I did not do my house account. That was my personal account with Hogue on what he said 55s. I follow Hogue's wiki kickoff levels, guys, just so we are all aware that we give those out in the
no follow up تقريبا عندنا 92 بوان جو تريدي ان تي بو اغريسيفمون
What a deal.
well, it's not a deal. It's like $1,500.
Oh yeah?
5 minutes remaining.
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes till that news sprint. This is where you probably want to be thinking about, you know, if you're not
عندنا هنايا امبالانس زوينة
probe certain levels, it's probably where you want to trim that position and look for, you know, a temporary pause because the news coming out, although it's not a big print, can still affect the markets and introduce some interesting volatility here.
All right, I'm out. I'm up to done.
Okay.
Thank you, Hogue. Thank you, Hogue. Guys, Hogue is not feeling well today. But just like any trader, you sleep with one eye open. So hopefully you're laying in bed right now.
You know what I think would really help out if we could all do in the chat? Could we say "get well soon, Hogue"? I think that kind of energy would really help get some healing energy out here for Hogue. I think you'd love to see that, folks. So if you love Hogue,
كنخصني نسيب
get well soon
78
here in the chat. Let's see if we can get a little "get well soon" train going
Let's
for
get
Hogue
it.
here.
هو دابا على يمشي كوم توجور
Hit the likes up to. Get our likes up to like 2,000 likes.
Comme toujours.
I think he's healed.
في الاول خرجني
There you go. Look at that. Look at that love for you, Hogue. I love
Look at
seeing
that,
that.
Johnny.
Look at that. Everybody loves you. They're all saying get a hot
Very
toddy
nice.
going.
Thank you all very much. It's a trophy.
هاد الدراري هو اللي بغينا هو اللي ما
Thank you
خديناش
very much. I
هو اللي
love
ما
you all.
خداش
That's sweet.
ان كيو
So yeah, data is coming out here in about 3.5 minutes. Market is just kind of shimmying around here. I mean, You're trading the NQ, you're going to see these big whips. You're talking about 20, even 30 handle moves here. So again, you want to be very, very careful.
غادي نفالوه شويه هنا بيان سور حتى انا ما غيرتنيش.
And just waiting for this print to come out, and then we'll make our decision on what the next play is, if there is one. If there is another setup.
حتى انا ما غتاخدش.
Looking thin right now on the S&Ps, NASDAQ as well. So
حتى هنا غت
78% short. Let's take a look at some of the charts over there. We gotta get more love to crude and gold, Michael. So we're gonna try and make a conscious effort to do that.
علي
Yeah, crude kind of trade sideways. Gold is doing too much either. We both keep an eye on that. For all our gold and crude traders out there,
فوت 201.
equities centric around here, but we're gonna do a better job spraying to all fields, as they say in baseball.
زيد
We lost Michael.
Baraka.
Nobody does this. I'm sure Purdue
يلا
just
رجعت
gets up like that.
الستاب الاولين اللي تقاس.
I'm hot.
Layers on there.
Once you figure out layers, then your style game will go through the roof.
There is another crude level that I did add to my charts this morning, 78.55. So that is a level that I'm watching here at crude. It was a really nice topping level of resistance here, and we traded right down from 78.55 all the way down to 77.65, which is our other level here. So.
Well, you have 20 handles, 20 points in the NASDAQ, that the 55s ended up to 75s, really. They're holding thus far, yeah.
Holding.
بلي واحد السيت اب زوين. اليوم الاكسيون ما عجبتنيش حتى حاجه ما تتبعوها دابا مشى سير سير بانت لي هاد الموف هذا بان لي هازي هرست فوالا هو هرس لينا 580 فوالا مزيانه فوالا.
If you are from the camp where you are a perma bear and you've been seeing this market ripping to the top, reassure yourself that we are going to have beautiful downside moves like this. The higher we go up, the more in these markets. So buy beautiful openings like this. If you are a perma bear, being perma anything, just try to be perma winning, if anything. But yeah, if you are been frustrated lately, this is a nice reprieve as a perma bear. 45 seconds now until the day.
Done for the day. Going to take a break.
What else we got here?
I'll leave.
Michael, I need to break your A game today. Trade for this shit.
I mean, I'm up. What more do you need, coach?
Hey, remember when we did that bit where we acted like we had the hot mic on? You were pretending to shoot me out? You remember that? People think I'm serious about that. People like, I don't like that.
Boom.
You were saying, Andre, you need to step up your energy or something like that.
Why not? Come on.
I don't know.
En tout cas, moi je vais m'arrêter là. 30 minutes. On se dit à demain. Merci d'avoir regardé.
I know.
What is the end goal of all this? What is the end goal of all this? Like to get rich? To make a living doing this, or I can have